Chance,
What?
I need to take you to go get something that you're going to like.
No, last time we went to the mall.
Well, okay, this is even better.
Oh, nice.
This is food that I ate back in the 80s with my brother. He introduced me to this delicacy.
Ooh.
And it added 20 pounds to my waistline. Took 10 years off my life.
Let's go. I'm excited.
So, you ready for this?
Yes. Okay, now Adam, remind me again what we're doing?
So, we're here to 7-Eleven. I brought you to 7-Eleven.
Oh, because it's not 11 o'clock yet, because they're
No.
open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Exactly. So
Okay.
we're gonna go inside,
Okay.
and we're gonna make something that's gonna blow your mind
And my guts.
later. So we're gonna go over here,
All right.
and we're gonna make what are called killer nachos
Wow.
from the 80s.
Okay. All right.
So let's wait a second. What's this guy doing?
I have no idea.
Why?
Easy. Yeah, mucho take it easy. No,
He's like loading it up, man.
easy on the cheese, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Think this is the 80s? Is it eating like the 80s?
Who is this guy?
I mean, we haven't got all day.
I got bowels that need filled.
I got bowels that are gonna be, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Boomer. Let's go, Boomer.
Boomer? Who you calling Boomer? I'm the best of Generation X. You want a piece of me? Come on, man. Let's mix it up.
Welcome to Mixtape Generation. I am Adam,
I'm Chance.
and this is
John.
who is my brother.
John.
Welcome. Yes, so this is my brother John, who introduced me to this wonderful delicacy that
Big
we
fan.
are about
Let us
to.
Let us open the.
Yeah,
We're
why
a
don't
big fan.
we partake?
Wow.
Nachos with chili and cheese from has to be 7-Eleven. We've tried other gas stations, and it's
Did we?
we've tried the Maverick.
Oh, well, yeah. But
Nowadays,
in the day, this was the only one.
No, in the day this was.
Yeah,
it.
Maverick was. Sorry, Maverick. We love you, but you're disappointed.
But Chance, I want to know your take on this.
That's excellent. So, John, tell us about your
well, first of
your
all,
lifelong nacho 7-Eleven love affair.
I don't. Well, so there's certain things I can't disclose, but somehow in doing things we probably shouldn't be doing, we decided. I don't know. We just went to the 7-Eleven and we started.
It
mixing
was
nachos up.
skipping church and going to 7-Eleven.
Wow.
Adam's
Hey,
mom,
but we ended
Adam's
up.
mom.
We ended up okay. We ended up okay.
And
So.
it was when we would run into people like Norm Bushman down at the 7-Eleven
Yeah.
and other members of the Sunday school class that should have been there.
So when people say they sit out Sunday school and just hang out, we actually just bailed for Sunday school and went down and
You actually went to work. You guys went to work.
we made the best of the situation.
Yeah, you didn't just sit out there in the foyer.
Well, here's the other thing too is so I can tell you the whole history of nachos and 7-Eleven, but in the old days they used to have. In fact, this is a great compare and contrast. They used to have these little trays just like this, and they had just a big bin of chips. And so there's an art. I don't know if you can see the art, but the chips should be standing up. You have to have the chips
I didn't do that.
up. If they're flat, you're wasting space. You put them up and you fit more chips in.
and you could reach your hand in and grab the chips and stack your thing.
Yeah, we didn't care about COVID. So,
Or germs.
yeah,
Anyway.
or germs. I mean,
We grew up in the 80s.
yeah, that's right. We were drinking
We
out of
love
a fire
germs.
hose.
Yeah.
We love germs.
We love
We
germs.
were licking the walls. So, so we'd stack them just perfect. It was a thing of beauty. And then we put the cheese on it. The cheese would fit right in. They put the chili on it, and then you add the jalapenos. And then if you're really daring, you take a spoon and take that jalapeno juice and smear it on there. And that was the nacho. It was just something else. So. It was an art form, and I think because of Adam and I, that's when 7-Eleven went worldwide to the prepackaged chips.
And there was another in the 90s. There was a gas station close by down in Provo, Utah, called Will's Pit Stop.
Yes.
Oh, real
They were the last ones to hold on to stack your own chips.
Mm-hmm.
And they continued that into probably late 90s, maybe early 2000s. And then they gave in and went to prepackaged chips. But
What kind of cars were you driving in the 80s?
Oh, great cars. I had a friend, he had a Nova, a 73, 74 Chevy Nova,
Nice.
jacked up in the back, and 8-track player in the
Was that Josh?
front. No, it was David Biggs.
Hmm.
And
What was your car in high school?
well, so it was whatever we could scrounge up at the time. We so my dad inherited this great '66 Chevy C10. It was called truck, basically the Chevy truck. Long bed, wood bed inside. It had a camper on it for 50 years, and so the bed was immaculate when we pulled the camper off and sold the camper. And it was a great truck. 3 on the tree, no seat belts, and because our dad was the mayor, the cops all knew we didn't have seat belts, and so Adam and I were getting pulled over all the time and harassed over this fact that we didn't have seat belts in the car. But it
Adam
was
wrecked the truck.
well. There's the time too. Adam wrecked the truck.
So the cops knew that was the mayor's sons driving
I
it.
think so. I think
They would just harass you all the
nah,
time?
they were just good natured. I was probably speeding too, but yeah.
Well, because we live in the hills, and so going down those hills, you're going to speed anyway, right? Was that like the speed trap down at the bottom of the?
I was always a speed trap at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're young and you're driving down that hill and you have to spit and you lean your head out the car, you forget that when you lean your head out, the steering wheel goes like that. Adam, would you support that proposition?
Well, guys, what are we talking about today?
Now, to be fair, he didn't wreck the truck so it was unusable. He just wrecked it so it ripped the side mirror off and it ripped
Dented the whole and the gas cap.
and
was
ripped
ripped
it.
off.
So it had a gas float
We
thing
put
in
a-
there, and it ripped that off. So we had to put a rag in it, and
That was the gas cap. Was the
oh, that was a great truck. If I had money and I needed a truck, I'd buy a restored version of that truck. It's a beautiful truck, but it'd have to have air conditioning.
How often were you going to 7-Eleven? Just on Sundays, or was it weekly? Was it a weekly?
I mean, so
Daily?
it's like we had a regular thing going. It's just whenever. It was whenever.
Okay.
Whenever the fancy struck.
And can I tell a 7-Eleven story from
Yes.
the 80s?
Yeah.
So back in the 80s, 7-Eleven, this was when I was in high school. They came out with hamburgers. And they were
Really?
like foil wrapped. You'd get them, you
Oh.
go in, they were like steamed, I don't
I
know.
remember that.
And then you'd go through and put your own toppings on your burger. And you could put the chili, the cheese, the onions.
I'm having heartburn thinking of it.
And me and my friends, that was our go-to at 7-Eleven in high school.
Mm.
We still did the nachos, but then when the burgers came out, it was the 7-Eleven. And if you go to, the closest thing I could compare it to is the Wiener Schnitzel chili cheeseburger.
Mm.
That's what the 7-Eleven burger kind of tasted like, which is pure heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, heaven.
Oh, thank heaven.
Oh, thank heaven. 7-Eleven.
Brought to you today. So, like, I'll tell you a quick 7-Eleven story. So, I think you talked about KPGR radio. You talked about the old radio station we had here. We're still here. And so, I always had the Friday night shift. I was the program director. And if there wasn't a football or basketball game going on, I would go from like 6 in the evening till 10 o'clock at night when we lost our license, shut us down. Well, you get bored, and so what's better to do is put on an album side. So I put on 2112 by Rush,
Good
and
call.
then good call.
Very nice.
And then I get in the car and go over to 7-Eleven, make up a nacho and drink combination, and go back. And by the time I get back, we're about 3/4 of the way through side one. Well, I forget there was a trick to it. You had to jimmy the door because the door would self lock to the outer edge out of the school. So one day I forgot and locked myself out.
Oh wow.
And so it was this ka-chunk, ka-chunk. And I learned how to break into Pleasant Grove High School with a screwdriver.
I wonder if we could still do it. Maybe that could be an episode.
Go down and teach you.
He also has some great radio station stories, like when he swore on the air.
What's a radio?
And-
Oh, that wasn't me that swore in the air.
Oh, no, it was the other guy.
No. Okay. So my dear friend, we'll call him Josh. That may or may not
call
be
him
his-
Josh.
We'll call him Josh.
He may or may not be, but
He may or not. Yeah. So we had the teacher that ran the program would broadcast the football games, the big games, the varsity games. Well, I wanted to kind of try out how to do a game, so I thought I'll broadcast a baseball game. It's slow, easy. I don't know anything about baseball, but yeah, we'll do it. And so my good friend, who's also a radio DJ with us, he was a sports guy, understood sports. So I said, okay, can you do color commentary? So we go down to the baseball diamonds. Now, everything was done by phone lines, but we had a device that would make it sound fairly clear. I mean, it wasn't as clear as you get today. But we get down there, and it was terrible weather. And so what we did is I just pulled my truck up to where the plug-in for the system was. And we just got 2 phones. I broadcast on one phone, and he broadcast on the other phone. It ran through a thing and out to the radio station. Somebody engineered at the radio station. So we're watching the game, and my friend Josh, God bless him, he was so bored. And so,
we all would have been.
it was terrible. He didn't want to be there.
High school baseball.
Yeah, it was terrible. And so I'm calling the game, but I had to stop talking. I can't do that, by the way. I had to stop talking for a minute. And so I said, I turned on, Josh, what do you think? Top of the second. Blah, 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 blah. And he looked at me like, yeah, it was pretty cool. And that was it. Okay, then fast forward, we're about in the 6th inning, and he's just dying. And so his girlfriend comes over, and we're sitting in the truck, and she pulls up to the window, and he puts his hand over the thing like this, and they're just yapping. But my end is still open. So those 2 talking are going out over the air. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I put it reverse the other way. He had his phone down, but either way, you could hear them talking.
Wow.
I put my hand over my phone, and I lean over to him, and I said, shut the expletive up. And so that went out over the air.
And the guy engineering back in the radio station was probably sound asleep. All of a sudden, he's like jumping and
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
too late.
Now Van Bulkley, who was the manager, he was the teacher, he did swear over the air too. So we were, I was engineering a game for him over at Timpview High School in Provo. And this was one of the first games he was working, and he got over there, and apparently Timpview High School, the officials were not very helpful in him getting set up, and he's running a little late. And he and I worked out a deal. There was a certain phrase he was supposed to use, would tell me, he's flipping it back to me, and I need to, shut him off and play a commercial or something like that. So I'm sitting there waiting for him to give me the handoff. Never came, and he starts talking. And I wasn't really paying attention, but he was just talking to the color guy next to him. And he starts saying, these guys are so full of blank, blah, 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 blah. And I go, whoa. And so I go, dump, and go to commercial. And then the teacher who previously had run the radio program, he comes running in there, and he starts yelling at me. And he's like, you can't let this happen. I'm like, he didn't say the magic word.
Radio.
Yeah, it's good old days.
How would you describe the radio to these younger generation?
So we used to have these things with a box.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And an antenna.
And it was in the car. You can put it on your head.
They're big.
Yeah, you say that, but I walk around and I see people wearing the Apple version and the Sonys and the
There's big
Beats.
Yeah.
And it's the same way with us in our geeky headphones. It's just ours were you had to sit there and go like this to dial it in. Something else. My first radio, 1976. My grandfather had given me for my 8th birthday. Grandpa Holdaway had given me a little tiny radio he got at the gas station.
Oh.
It had Philip or 76 on it. And a little earpiece to put in my ear. That was a great little radio. That started my love for radio.
You had a radio, I can't remember what they're called, where you build it.
A crystal set.
Crystal set. That's what it was.
Grandpa gave me that one too.
An appropriate drug.
It is.
It was. I think it was the blue crystal.
All right. So today.
Hey, well, first of all, I kind of introduced myself. So.
Oh yeah.
When these guys do their videos, he always talks about his brother this and his brother that, and I'm sitting there yelling at my cell phone watching their videos. I'm like, that's not right. That's not true. So I'm here to set the record straight.
Uh-oh.
No, that's fine. It's all good. But yeah, I'm that brother that he keeps talking about, who probably
only got one of them.
Yeah, for now. And so, I might go away.
Like, is there something I don't know?
No, we all die someday.
Oh yeah, well, that too. But
yeah, life is inevitable, and as we used to say, here's a great '80s phrase for you kids. We're going to teach you a phrase. Life sucks, then you die. That was the '80s motto to a T. I think we should say that on the radio, like that. We close out and say, "Life sucks, then you die." So
maybe we should that
is the Gen X motto.
Instead of like and subscribe.
Yeah. Life sucks, then you die.
Thank you.
But we can improve upon that. Say, enjoy life. Check
out
the
our
beauty.
other videos. Yeah.
Listen. And enjoy these guys.
Like and subscribe and share.
Like and subscribe. Yeah.
And then you die. All right. Yes. So this is my brother. He's John. We talk about him. I do a lot. So if you enjoyed any of the stories from the past that I've shared, now you get to see the man, the myth, and the legend.
And as Han Solo said, They're all true.
They're all true.
Maybe.
So he's visiting in town, lives out of country, and we're glad to have him here. And hope next time he comes back, we'll get him on again.
I've been trying for 30 years to get back here, and I keep getting thrown further and further out. So I'm literally on the other side of the world.
He is.
Yeah.
But he'll get here
Eventually.
All right, Chance, tell us what we got going on here.
So we talked about some of the classic moments in the 80s, and we're going to focus on the year of 1984.
Why 84, John?
Yeah, John.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you guys. You're great, but you're at the tail end of the greatest generation, Gen X.
Which means we experienced the 80s from young age to
No.
maturity.
No. You watched it. We lived it. So, the high, the
He's
high,
only 3 years older than
but that 3 years makes a lot. Look, okay, so let's talk about that. So he's 3 years younger than me. I married well. My wife is 4.5 years older than me. She's a boomer. She really is a boomer. She's 1964 was her year where she was born. Sorry, Juliet, to tell you that, but she'd be happy. I guess she's okay with it.
Should I cut that out?
Yeah, we'll see. She's okay with that. She lives her age well. So she looks better than me at my age. Okay, you can cut all that out. I'm walking off a cliff. But it's interesting between she and I, that boomer age, and then of course, I grew up in middle school, junior high school with Commodore PET. Did you do Commodore PETs?
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Commodore Pets?
Commodore PET,
Yeah.
the computer.
Oh, Commodore the 64.
Yeah, Commodore 64, the PET computer.
Yeah.
And so that difference is massive between Juliet and I. She just, it's a different thing. So that 4.5 years, it's a massive. You can see the cultural difference. She grew up on 70s music. I grew up on 80s music, and so that. But with you guys, that 3 years difference, it makes a difference. I'm going to throw that out. So
I would say yes, it does. But when you're the younger brother of an older brother who grew up, I experienced it through his eyes.
Yeah.
And through him.
Well,
where
I'll grant you this too. I didn't break dance. I didn't have a Michael Jackson fascination. I did teach you the finer things in life. I Led Zeppelin and Rush and I did my part. But it's interesting just the difference between us. So 80s. So back to the question, 80s. So you look at this peak in 83, 84, 85 is this magical time. The best movies, the best music, the best TV. Pick your media, and we were just cooking with gas.
Tell the story about the Ghostbusters soundtrack.
Yeah, so I am the font of useless knowledge, and I'm sorry, it's warm in here.
Fantastic.
All right.
I think it's the jalapenos.
It's the gastric distress. So if you guys ever listen to the Who You Gonna Call? Ghostbusters, right? Listen to the beat and the sound of the song. It's I Want a New Drug by Huey Lewis and the News all over again. So the story goes is that I don't know if it's Ray Parker Jr. or the producers went to Huey Lewis to say, hey, we'd like you to do the soundtrack for Ghostbusters, and he passed. So they went to sit down and write the Ghostbusters theme song. And they basically took it beat for beat, same key. And so if you get out there and on the YouTubes there, on the interwebs, you can Google the Ghostbusters theme song and I Want a New Drug. And they've done a mashup where it is like, it flows. Yeah. It's the same song.
I had no idea. That's amazing.
Ray Parker Jr. got sued. And so I think now, I'll bet if you look at the writing credit for that song.
Huey Lewis has credit.
He's got writing credit now.
I think so.
Wow.
So
which is where the real money's at.
Another amazing movie.
Footloose.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's amazing for multiple reasons. So it is the Napoleon Dynamite of our generation.
Huh. I never thought of it that way.
Now, what makes that really interesting is Napoleon Dynamite is the story of our generation. I think we were all at some point Napoleon Dynamites.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, I mean, we all identify with that. But no, it was filmed just right over here, and right over there.
Down the street.
Down the street, yeah. I remember when they were filming that. Do you remember when they were filming that? So the church scenes were filmed over here at American Fork, about 3-4 miles away.
Yeah.
And I remember driving through American Fork, and they had all the production crew over there. And that's the scenes where John Lithgow was the dad preaching.
Yeah.
And it was a church over there. And
John Lithgow, who is now playing Dumbledore in the Harry
that's right,
Potter
that's
TV
right.
show.
That's right. Shout out.
And he's in the greatest Christmas movie of all time,
no,
Daddy's Home 2.
no, sorry.
That is fantastic.
It is fantastic, but it can't be Christmas Story.
I don't know.
Those fighting words.
We might have to wrestle.
You was with us to the house, right? No, you weren't there.
Right.
Oh yeah. Well, your
So
son's been there
how does
with the
Yes,
lamp.
we were there. Yes.
Yeah, Ruben was there.
why is Prince pictured first? Do you think in this book of
Is he a
1984?
he's there?
It's the
he's
first
number one?
1984.
Yeah.
Well,
Because he's Prince,
yeah. What do you say about
and
Prince?
because it's Purple Rain,
an
incredible album.
Prince brought it all together. He brought funk and soul and rock.
That's a great way to describe it.
He really merged all of them together, and he did it his own. He marched to the beat of his own drum. He didn't let anybody tell him what to do. He said, "This is my vision." Man, he was visionary, and he was an excellent musician.
That's
an
a great-
incredible guitar.
That's a
player.
great-
Incredible, and he plays all the
Well,
instruments.
and producer and
I'll hold that up for the.
yeah.
yeah,
to
we
see.
don't have the.
I wasn't. I'll be honest with you. I was not a Prince fan in high school.
Me neither. I was
But-
a Michael Jackson fan. You had to be one or the other. You couldn't choose both.
Or none. So yeah, it just wasn't my cup of tea. Yeah, but in hindsight, looking back, you listen to When Doves Cry and some of those songs, and you just realize, man, that's genius. Of course, his Super Bowl performance just kind of it was like the cap to everything. And
Yeah.
oh, okay, we got to talk about this. Story time. So. So there's some things I'm okay at in life, but the musicianship is not mine. I've been a radio DJ and love music, and I can talk about music all day long, but I don't have the talent and skills like this guy does. He's the musician, and he gets the stuff. That being said, I had dreams of being
I know where this is going.
and so, but one of the dreams I didn't have was being a singer in a rock band. I can barely carry a tune. And if I'm in a choir, I do well in choirs because I just hitched my ride to the guy next to me. But just to front a band is something else. So there was a high school band. A bunch of guys want to get typical story. Let's get a band together. And so they invited me to audition. And this is one of those where the music they were playing was because it's the songs they wanted to play. So they had two songs. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Is that
And I attended the audition with him. I tagged along. I remember this clearly as
and he still has PTSD to this day.
like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
They went immediately to 7-Eleven after.
It was
Probably.
it was very spinal tapish. So again, it's all driven by the guys running the band. This is songs we want to do, and they picked songs by singers who spent years smoking and drinking whiskey, and they had these voices that were notorious for being very raspy. And so the first song was Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams. Great album. Again, high 80s, right?
Yeah.
So I'm auditioning singing Summer of '69.
My memory of that audition was him singing
The other one,
Rebel Yell.
Rebel Yell by Billy Idol.
Billy Idol. And I knew at that point, as soon as they did that, I heard it, I knew he's not getting in this band.
But hey, did that band go anywhere?
No.
Nobody got in.
No, nobody got in that band. But that was fun. That was a good experience.
Adam?
No, I was like young because he was like 16 maybe.
Oh.
So I was like
It
13,
was like a senior in high school. I might have been 17.
17. I was
Yeah.
14. So I was just tagging along.
Yeah, but they were your friends. It was Noel.
Noel.
was
Paul.
yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Rushton, I think, was in it.
Matt Rushton. Yes.
Yeah, I think
It's not Paul. It was Matt Rushton.
and Dan Adams was drumming, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dan Adams.
Great players. Okay, so let's bring it again full circle. So I was not in any band of any sort outside of just gigging with him once in a while. And then when I'm doing my master's program out in DC, and we had a house band, and they asked for people who want to play. I'm like, yeah, I can go play. Now I don't sing, but I can play the drums a little bit. I can count to 4, right? And so I said,
You
So I
just
need to
slam
do-
all of the drummers in our audience.
you can count to 4, my friends. You two can drum.
Hey, if you have Rock Band, the game, the video game, you can play drums.
3, 4. It's this easy. It's all you got to do. It's very simple.
Wow.
1.
Crushed
two,
all of the drummers in
four.
our audience.
It's easy. It's easy. Well, I mean, clearly it's easy. I did it. So we had this dumb little electronic drum kit, and then the other guy that wanted to play drums, there's two of us wanted to play drums. They said, "Well, John, do you play any instruments?" No, I don't play any instruments. And so the other guy, well, I do play bass guitar. I have touched a bass guitar, and so he played bass. And I played drums, but it was one of those again. We had to design the music. We figured it out. This was my pitch going in. We have to play music that we can play. So a lot of stuff got tossed out the window because he was a great guy, but his bass skills matched my drumming skills.
Like, you're not doing Carry On My Wayward Son. Chance, can you believe there's so much information in that episode that we had to divide it up into 2, maybe 3 episodes?
Yeah, it's incredible. You know what I mean? I can't believe it's not butter.
So thanks for joining us for part 1 with my brother John and talking about 1984. What do you think about that, Chance?
Amazing that we get to talk about 1984 and yeah, maybe 2 or 3 episodes. You just never know.
That's what I thought too.
Awesome. Thank you, John. Wonderful episode.
So please like this episode, please
Subscribe.
and share.
Get the job done.
And we will see you next time on
Mixtape.
Generation.